Welcome back. So here I am in front of my lathe with you guys because of the fact I need to make a tool. So now when you use a lathe, you want to cut some parts off, but that gets hard at times. Let me show you what I'm talking about. All right, so sometimes you want to take an object like this and you want to divide it into two. Now, a lot of times you'd use a parting tool, which this is one without the bit, but if you'd imagine the bit would be out about that far, and you can only go so far in it. And taking and doing something like this is just a really bad idea. That's way too much stick out, and it's going to end up chattering and it's going to end up breaking off. So what I want to do is I want to take and build something that I can walk away from that will take and cut this off, where I don't have to babysit the lathe, but also it's going to give me the ability to cut these things off. And hopefully it can even do a little bit of bigger stock, but we'll save this for a different video. All right. So I want a tool that's going to be able to cut it off, and I want to be able to walk away from it, so it's going to have some sort of a tension on its own. All right, let's get to it. Hey, well, I got your guys' attention. If you would, please hit that subscribe button and like and share, all that good stuff. It does help the channel out quite a bit, and if you look at my numbers, I could use a little help. So, all right, let's get back to it. Thank you. All right, so I have found that for like lighter stuff, this spring works pretty good. It doesn't provide too much tension on it and allows it to cut through it slowly without it heating up too badly. So let's give that a try and see. Some of this stuff isn't going to give the finest of a cut or the neatest of a cut, however you want to put that, but I'm okay with that. Again, I want something that's going to function and I can walk away from. I don't want to sit here with a hacksaw. All right, let's give it a try. Some aluminum. All right, interesting little dab of paint on there. Like I said, not expecting it to be neat, just easy. So let's try something a little bigger. All right, so this is going to take quite a bit longer. One thing that I am kind of worried about is with the aluminum one, the chuck ended up loosening. So I may not want to go too far away, but at least I don't have to stay right here. All right, so as you can see, I mount this right on the back here. I can tighten this down, which I actually found I don't really need to, and it can slide to whatever position I need it. I did have to take and upgrade this a little bit, make it a little bit stronger because of how much it vibrates when it starts pulling on here, but it still seems to do it good. I have it where I can take and I can adjust this spring for different tension, as well as on some of my blades I've already put a notch so that way I can add a little extra tension with a belt that I got here. So this belt just hooks onto it and gives a little extra tension. And then I also can take and change this blade out, which I'm going to do right now for a hacksaw blade. All right, so now we'll try cutting through this. All right, so let's talk about this a little bit. So now this, with this piece of metal, took way longer than I'd care to admit. It took the better part of an hour. So I'm thinking that if it comes to something where I'm in a hurry, I may not do that. The other thing is when I came back, this thing was smoky hot. I think I would want like an automatic oil drip. However, there is better tools than this, don't get me wrong. This is just something I came up with so that way I can take and do this without spending a bunch of money. Here's how the finish turned out on it. As you can see, I did switch over to a reciprocating saw blade because it just seemed to be doing better than the hacksaw. But so yeah, tell me what you think. Is this worthless, or is it something that's kind of nice to have when you need it? Anyways, till next time, keep creating.